What's up, Kiki Gang? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, what it do, baby? And if you're new here, hi, my name is Mekhinah. Subscribe to the channel. As you can see, I'm not alone. I'm with your boy.
Oh. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sax. Welcome to the channel, y'all.
And
It's your boy Oxy.
Yes, sir.
and today we're gonna be doing the highly requested uni advice video for first years. You guys have been on my case about this video, and finally we're gonna get into it, into everything. We know at this point. I feel like we know.
Yeah, we know.
Like we know. The first thing we want to talk about is academics. Advice when it comes to academics. I feel like that's the big one. Because people forget why they came here. Like people forget why they came to uni. It's like it's a party now.
But I don't think it's not such a bad thing, because I mean the transition from living at home to having that kind of freedom is like, it's like a lot, you know. So
Especially if you don't have freedom at home.
exactly. So it's not horrible that like people are not solely focused on academics, but you should focus on academics.
Yeah, remember why you're here. Like before you go out, make sure you submitted everything that you need to submit. You know, guys, don't listen to your friends. Your friends are gonna lie to you. Your friends are gonna tell you they're not working. Time they know they've already they've already did their shit. And your parents are paid. If you're like me, you're wasting your parents' money.
So I feel like there's nothing wrong with actually wanting to groove, but just make sure you
get the balance.
Yeah.
Like academics comes first.
Yeah.
I feel, and because with the program I was in, you had to get 60% to pass. And as easy as 60% sounds now, it's not easy. It's not easy. Like I thought, 60 is nothing.
60.
So
There
like
was one that I had to get 80.
80 to pass. What the fuck?
Nah,
That's
that's
crazy.
That's amazing.
So like make sure you're like up to date with everything, you know, submit your shit and don't play around. And then the next one is relationships.
Relationships in first year.
Relationships in first year. Relationships in uni.
What's your take on that?
Not recommended. You will not find your soulmate in uni.
I'll just say date someone who's in uni or in college, someone who's doing something with their life. Not someone who has a lot of time on their hands, because then they'll put pressure on you to like always be available.
Yeah.
And they won't also understand like the stress. Like you'll be stressing about submissions and tests or whatever, and they don't want to hear it because they can't relate.
Relationships in first year, I am not against them at all. Just communicate with your partner.
Okay, let me say I'm not against them. Just be careful, you know.
Because
Be cautious.
most of the relationships in first year are not genuine. Yeah, some people, especially like, okay, let me not say especially, I don't wanna. But like, most of the time, in most cases now, if an older guy approaches a first year hand, obviously the first year hand has not really been, she doesn't have experience at all. Like she's at the bottom of the food chain. It's very easy to raise her up. You know what I'm saying? And those guys take advantage of that kind of thing because, number one, first year people, there's certain conversations that they haven't had. Now they're engaging in those conversations and it's exciting because it's new. Anything new is going to be exciting, you know? So just be careful of that, but I am not against that at all. Just make sure that people that you're interacting with are actually genuine. Then you'll be good, honestly.
I feel like also watch out for people who come to you with like their titles. Like don't come here telling me you're studying engineering, ag science, and you're the doctors. Oh my gosh, the doctors are so entitled. No, the doctors are so entitled at my school. Okay, I'm in res, right? So in first year, if you're going to res, you're gonna have this whole, or you probably had orientation where you meet other people, guys, girls, it doesn't matter. Like they just make it a whole party.
Yeah.
The doctors were so entitled last year. Like at our social event, they kept saying, yeah, everybody wants a doctor. And I'm looking at this nigga, he's a 4 dog. I'm like, look at you, my nigga, like you're coming to me sideways. Like, what the hell? They're so entitled. And you never know people's ulterior motives. So like, know your value basically. Just because somebody's in third year, they're doing engineering, and they do telling you.
He's a doctor though.
It's a doctor.
Will he have time for you? Will he have time for you? Because he still has to do like 3 more years of practicals in hospital. Like, guys, know your value. Don't settle. Don't settle. Yo,
but he's a doctor, no lie.
promoting nonsense.
I don't blame him for being entitled. Because like,
you know,
for you,
what it is.
that status, bro, of being a doctor is huge. It's huge.
You go through a lot. Like,
ladies, don't fall for it. You're gonna be depressed alone, looking after your kids alone, because he's there in the hospital saving lives.
He's
saving
lives.
No, he was come save me on me. I don't care about other people. Also, the other thing, be safe, guys, because people are sick out here. Because like, uni is like a large, not platform. What is it? It's a very large institution.
It's a large.
There's a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of beautiful people in the sea, and you're gonna go out. You know, you're gonna do group projects, you're gonna like a lot of people, and you might feel like you only live once. Also, don't feel pressure to lose your virginity. Like, cause I'm in res, I heard like a lot of girls like they were planning to like get it done by the end of O week, and it's like, as long as you're okay with it, don't let the pressure get to you. Guys, there's so many beautiful people in varsity. It was a thing, like I'm telling you. Like they will be like at pressures, you have to like her friends are putting pressure because she's the only virgin. I would say who, because they watch my channel.
Okay, but that is messed up.
But like, no, but that's the thing, like we come from different backgrounds. She would probably do it to try and impress her friends and fit in. Because I feel like, because I'm from Joburg, I'm so well versed, like I've seen so much shit that shit doesn't cause me anymore. Whereas someone from like, I don't want to say the villages, but like, yeah, someone that doesn't have that much experience with like live group or that, dude, you'll start smoking when you know you weren't someone who smokes and you don't like it, but you just do it because your friends do it.
Who you're surrounded with.
Yeah, that's another thing.
But some people don't realize. Like, you don't realize you're an alcoholic, like, until you're with people who don't drink, and maybe like you weren't you weren't into alcohol like that. But if I'm always chilling with, can I say this one? But should I not expose you? If I'm always chilling with people who drink and go out all the time, am I not gonna drink and go out all the time? It's the same thing as if you're chilling with people who are like talking money. You're also gonna wanna make money.
But you realize it too.
Yeah, but you can see it.
You see it. Like you can see that okay, now my friends are always going out, and you decide to stay.
But this is for the naive people, because these are first years.
No.
People are coming from, dude, you don't understand. Like,
okay, but
people come from different backgrounds. They don't know shit.
You know why I get what she's saying? Because obviously, let's say a person is coming from Limpopo, right? They come from Limpopo, they come here, they don't know anyone. They don't know anyone at all. So the first person that you interact with, that is friendly with you and welcomes you, that's the first person that you're gonna be friends with.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? So first years Vela are at a disadvantage when it comes to that kind of thing, but I just feel like you just have to stay true to self, bro. If you know that like these people are the wrong crowd and you don't normally do these kinds of things, then just
and you're not comfortable, because if you know yourself and you know you don't do lashes, you don't put makeup, and that's all your friends do, and you feel pressure to do that just to fit in with them, that's not your crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say that done.
It is easier
to
say
it is. But you should be able to notice it later. Like, I think take time also during the year to introspect. Like, because when you're alone, it's like, dude, is this my life? Am I going out every other night? Because one thing about, okay, where I live, you'll group Monday to Monday. It's popping on Monday, it's popping on Tuesday. Dude, I feel like actually where there's students, where students live, Monday to Monday, that's how you need that discipline with academics and the people that you like surround yourself with.
Nah, but I feel like the second you feel pressure, you should know that those, unless it's good pressure, like let's say pressure to
make money,
to make money, to do better in academics.
Yeah.
Those are people that are good for you. But the second you start feeling pressure to, let's say, spend on alcohol, the second you feel pressure to smoke weed,
to pull Jane.
Yeah, that's when you should know that like okay, maybe this crowd is like
it's not for me. And last tip for relationship: the person that you're dating, they mustn't put you under pressure. Like if you're not ready for certain things, because like I said, we come from different backgrounds. You're gonna meet a guy from Joburg who's been living this crazy life and knows everything, whereas you're a church girl. You know, you don't even know a lot of shit. Where you come from, there's no mall even. Like, and you feel like this guy's gonna bring you up and show you things, and you're just gonna do it because he's your boyfriend. Like, if you're not comfortable, get out. The next topic actually is like the same thing we've been talking about. This is lifestyle, hobbies, and glue. Like, I feel like we've already kind of touched on glue a bit.
But it's a whole another.
Because like I said, you could move Monday to Monday. It's just a matter of discipline. Just remember why you're here.
No, but like
you're here to get your degree.
I won't lie, you can move Monday to Sunday as long as you're getting your work done. I'm not against the
schedule.
As long as let's say I wake up at like 8, from 8 to 4 I push school, then 6 I can go group. You get what I'm saying? As long as you prioritize what is important. Like guys, people shouldn't tell you not to have fun and like only focus on academics. Like bro,
But also that is easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna get fatigued. Like it's gonna be like, okay.
Yeah, but
imagine
I'm having the best
hangovers
morning.
you shouldn't be going that hard though. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, have fun. I'm not saying groove. I'm saying have fun.
Yeah.
Fun can just you being chilling with your friends, having a movie night, all of those kinds of things, you know. So yes, have fun, but just prioritize what is important, what you went there for, etc., etc.
And with hobbies, like I don't know if you guys do any sports at your schools.
No.
Okay, I can speak on that. So I do like rowing. I think it's important to find not necessarily a sport because university sport is so competitive, it's so hectic. Like the rowing I did in high school and the rowing I do now, I feel like I'm training for South Africa, literally. So you should be able to balance that because even the training, some trainings you'll have to miss a lecture because you guys have like a competition coming up. Be able to balance that. If you feel like it's too much and you can't do it, leave it. Because once you fail and you get excluded, the first thing they take you out of is the sport. So it's like you've invested so much time and energy doing that and it was all for nothing. And also like there's a lot of different groups in university. You don't have to be a sports person or cultural person. Like I feel like there's book clubs, there's Christian associations. There's a lot of places where you can meet people that like align with the things that you like. You're not forced to play netball because you played netball in uni. Maybe if you're like an arty person, there's an art group and stuff like that. It's like there's a lot of different societies to get involved in. So use your first few weeks to find your feet and find what you like. Because when you find your people, you'll be chill. Like the conversation, everything will just
And I feel like hobbies shouldn't just be limited to sports though. I feel like you can find other hobbies. Like my hobby is shooting content. That's my hobby, you know. Exercising. So you shouldn't find hobbies to like sports
or culture. It's not like high school. There's a lot of
things that you can do. And so just find something that you enjoy doing and dive in head first.
And that should be the thing that like takes you away from your academics as well.
It's important to actually have that downtime. Like you shouldn't be solely focused on
books
because it's gonna start draining you. And when you actually do it, you're not gonna be as effective as you would be if you actually just took time off and relax.
Whether you join a gym or whatever, just find an outlet other than books. Also, those gym memberships. Wait, let me see. We're not there yet, but those gym memberships, guys, watch out because like I feel like it's part of lifestyle as well. Because you get a certain allowance from whether you're bursary, your parents or whatever, and now you have to feed yourself. If you pay for electricity, you have to pay for that. You know, you have to entertain yourself with all that money, and then you want to take out a gym membership, it's gonna be pulling money every month.
Nah, I'm gonna do it.
I'm
gonna do it.
Okay. I don't know about other gyms. Should I say names?
Nah, I don't say names. But like, I feel like if exercising is something that you actually enjoy doing, it shouldn't be. It should be a thing of like I'm spending money. It shouldn't be that deep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you genuinely enjoy exercising, then invest in your craft.
And most gyms have that student thing where it's cheaper. But like watch out for some gyms because what I've noticed where like in my area is that it's cheap now, they'll be like 50 rand per month and then you don't read everything. And then after 3 months, all of a sudden you're paying 3 something a month. Which like there's a specific gym that's like, it always does that. Like, I never sign up, but I see it all over social media. It does it to people. So read the fine print and know what you're getting yourself into.
It's a contract at the end of the day.
It is. And also like how to maintain your lifestyle. Like balance with your finances and stuff, like balance every day.
It's like a budget. I know like stick to a budget.
I tried that. I had it like first 2 weeks and it just went.
Okay, when it comes to finances now, I'm gonna give you advice that I use. So first of all, the first thing that you do when you get your allowance is put money aside for rainy days. Because you never know what's gonna happen, you know. So it doesn't even have to be a lot, because that's the thing. When people picture saving, they think I have to save 50% of my account. You know, it doesn't have to be like that, because think about it. If you're saving 50% of your account, you use the other 50%. Now it's charging broke. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you save 10% of whatever you make, right? You have 90% to spend on whatever you need. You won't even touch that 10% because it's literally 10%. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that you can do. It's just like put money aside for rainy days. Even if it's 100 rand per month, 50 rand, whatever it is, just put money aside for rainy days. Then after that, I would say
groceries.
Groceries, bro.
I feel like groceries.
Yeah.
Because that's what's gonna last you the whole month.
Yeah.
Guys, takeouts will finish your money. Those 50 rands are gonna add up. Like if you feel like, oh, it's just 100 rand, it's just 50 rand, I'm gonna get. They're literally gonna add up, and then you're gonna see where all your money went. Like groceries will last you for like that month. You know you sorted, you have something to cook. Okay, maybe if you don't feel like cooking, you can order something, but always make sure you have groceries.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, have money to play around, like to spoil yourself and stuff. But there are gonna come days where like there's nothing. There's literally, you just have to go to school at this point. There's nothing.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I feel like people are just so content with like having nothing in their accounts, bro. Like I feel like people should just genuinely set thresholds. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's not a thing of being content though.
Nah, but they're comfortable with it.
No.
Like people can genuinely spend everything, get to zero, and that's
Okay.
that's when they realize that like, ah, shit. You don't realize when you hit a certain number.
Okay, that's true.
You get what I'm saying?
I
With
can
me,
get that.
I have a threshold. If I reach like, let's say for example, 1.5 is my threshold. When I reach 1.5, it's like, okay, shit.
You
know
act
what I'm
like
saying?
you broke down.
Yeah,
like,
you
it's
act
time
like
to
you broke.
build
It's
up
time,
that
it's
fund.
time to
That's
relax
true.
now.
Because I wait for like it to be like super bad, and luckily for me, like I can always fall back on my rent.
Exactly.
Like I can call my mom, but there's people who can't do that because
Yeah,
they know
some
there's
people
nothing
will
at all.
genuinely go to 0 rand, then that's like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Now you can't even move, you can't do anything, and that's not the way to live.
And also, you know your situation at home.
Yeah.
Like I said, like
Exactly.
I can call. I don't know with gents, because some gents say that they can't call home because
It's a pride thing.
it's like
like,
yeah,
you
you're a
can be
boy.
personal.
Like as a boy, you're supposed to sort it out. You're supposed to. I can call my mom and be like, Mom, like I'm broke as shit, and then like she'll sort me out. But even as a hand or gent, you know the situation at home. If you know that they can only give you, let's say 500, I feel like that's the least someone can live off of for a month.
Yeah, okay.
500. Cost of living is high.
Yeah.
If you know that they can only do 500 and you can't bother them until like the following month, you need to like use that wisely. Like I said, groceries and sorting out all the things that you need. The rest will be for fun. Like if you need to find a job, make sure it doesn't clash with your academics. Do that, but don't do things that are gonna like that your parents will be ashamed of. Do something that you could be proud to be like, okay, I'm getting my own bag. I'm not saying don't work at a club.
Hey,
Where did that come
where
from?
did that
No,
come
because
from?
like actually yesterday, Ahan DM'd me asking me like if I could put her in, and it's like no, I only work to do promotions,
Yeah.
and the only reason they hired me is because of my following.
But I feel like
That's-
there's a negative
Yeah, it's a
connotation.
stigma.
There's a stigma.
Stigma.
around
When it
working
comes
at a
to
club.
working at a club,
And
there's
that's the
different,
thing.
but then there's different things that you could do. Like
Yeah,
you could dance.
But people think the whole like
As
you
in
just
Working at a club.
It's
yeah,
not. It's
it's
not. Because okay, bro, I really can't explain how it works, how the system is. But
Okay, I know a few people who work at clubs, and they're doing well for themselves. Because if you look at it this way, some clubs hire hands to literally just chill at VIP and make the ballers spend. I'm just gonna say it like it is. And at the end of the day, the ballers spend like 30K, and you're getting like
10% of the bill.
you're getting 10% of the bill, including your tips and shit. So let's say minimum you're leaving with like 3-4K a night, and your parents are only giving you 500, and that's like transport money or whatever. You sorted, but you know that you're only gonna get home at 4-5 a.m. 8 o'clock you have a lecture. Just like make sure whatever you do, you still know why you're doing it. Because now you think, oh, I'm making 4K a night, I can now do this, I can afford this, and then you lose like a sense of self. Basically, you just start blowing money now. You're that high.
Or would you recommend a first year to work at a club?
I mean, I think do what you need to do. Like as a first, you see, the important thing is balance. I feel like, because you can work at a club, you could work once a week, then it's not as hectic compared to someone who's working Friday, Saturday,
Okay, nah,
Sunday.
I wouldn't recommend.
I wouldn't recommend a first year because you're basically starting to comfortably club now. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
and that's the thing. You at the same time, you're at the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of things that you need to learn about life in general.
But that's the thing, like,
Because bro, hey, the club now, it's a different world.
no, it is.
genuinely
It's a different world. Clubbing is a different world. Like I used to group throughout high school. I only started clubbing last year.
And
Literally.
it's not healthy for you.
It's
at
not.
all.
It's not
So
good.
if you work there, like, and you just started first year, I don't like. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying don't do it. It's just what I'm recommending.
But I feel like there's people who help. Like when you get there, obviously there's going to be other hands who are in third year. They're going to give you advice that like watch out for this. Because even some clubs don't even allow you to go home with the people or like shit like that to protect their workers. So just make sure you're comfortable with anything, guys. Like also don't get exploited just because you don't know. If you don't know, ask. If somebody's telling you, oh, they're hiring bottle girls, but because you knew you're only going to get 400 a night, ask the other bottle girl, how are they getting treated, you know, how much are they getting paid? Because they'll just take advantage of you because you don't, like they can see, I don't want to say farm you, but they can see that like you don't know shit.
Yeah.
And then they take advantage of you. Yeah. And you're out here wasting money on transport, traveling at night, you know, risking your safety and shit like that for nothing, basically. So there's a lot of other things you can do to get money as well. When you're in uni, like online, what is it? Making money online. Yeah, whether it's content, whether it's trading, there's a lot of skills you can learn to make money for yourself as well. So don't be 100% dependent on your parents. Yeah. Especially if your parents are paying from out of pocket. Like sometimes I feel bad calling my mom because I know how much my fees are. Like,
I don't call my parents because I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, like, even though I won't lie, like, bro, I'm not gonna like make a sob story and say, my parents wouldn't give me, because they would. If I asked, they would. It's just me as, not even as a Jane, bro, as a person, like I feel for them because I have 2 brothers at home.
Siblings,
I have siblings.
It's so hard.
They pay for my school fees, they pay for their school fees, they have to buy groceries. You know, they also have to live, bro. So you as a person, you have to think like, okay, also me, I'm doing a bit too much. If it's child, it's child, and ask them. Like,
it must be like the last resort.
It shouldn't be a thing that you always do.
Because one thing about your parents, they will pull through.
Yeah.
Because there's that thing that like, oh, my child is alone, you know, my child is starving. They'd rather suffer at home and let the siblings not get like
for
you to get your shit. So like that's why I'm like, try to make it try to have a stream of income on the side. Okay, and then the last thing is like our overall first year experience.
Overall first year, my experience. Yeah. My experience was lit. I won't lie, it was lit. So basically, I won't lie, it was amazing. I learned a lot of lessons, and those are lessons that I genuinely would have never learned if I didn't come here. Like those are lessons that you learn, like, because obviously like when you move from home and you come here, like I won't lie, I did have freedom at home. My parents weren't like strict or anything, but living alone, like forming that independence in a way is like, it's different, bro. It's completely different because now you actually have to think before using, or you have to think about what you use your money on, you know, like groceries, if you need to buy whatever for school, you have to buy all of those things. And yes, you have to be more responsible. You're forced to be more responsible because now, let's say your room key, something as small as a room key, bro. Now you have to take care of that. Like, I lost my room key, but so the level of responsibility it changes like drastically. You develop I developed as a person, and I just realized the things that were for me and the things that were not for me in first year, like, because I'm a very self-aware person, you know, so I actually took time to reflect and I started seeing that like, nah. But overall first year experience, it was amazing. I learned a lot, but I did get lost in the sauce at some point, I have to admit, because it gets crazy, but you just have to have that discipline when it comes to it. Surround yourself with amazing people that actually care for you and want you to do better in life. And you'll have a good time, honestly, bro. Like, first year is amazing. University in general is amazing.
It's a vibe.
Just be...
Especially if you're living with students.
Yeah, especially if you're living with students. Like, it's so nice, bro. Like, it's genuinely a nice experience. So just make the most of it. Take life seriously, but don't take it too seriously, bro. Like, allow yourself to have fun from time to time, you know? Because you only live once, bro. Like, don't grow up too fast also at the same time, because today is the youngest you'll ever be, you know? You're not getting any younger, you're only getting older from here. So just make sure you enjoy your youth, because there's certain things that you're not going to be able to do when you're older that you wish you could have done when you were younger. So don't take life too seriously, have fun, and
Okay, my overall first year experience, it was a roller coaster, right?
Same.
Literally,
because you reach the low.
And low, like you're in the bottom and you're like, what the fuck?
You reach
guys,
the lowest lows.
Depression is real, number one. Like, academics can depress the shit out of you. Like, you'll be so sad. Whether you're sad about friends, you're sad about school. Like, okay, my program was a bit too hectic. So I was just like playing outside for like a good 2 weeks, just crying in my room. And my classmates could relate. So don't let it get to that point. One, your mental health comes first. I feel like universities and stuff, at my university as well, there's, what do you call those, student psychologists, therapists and stuff.
I think
someone to talk to. Everyone needs that, especially as a first year. Talk about it, because what you were doing at home and how it was at home and how it is now, it's not the same. It's a huge change, and you need to like stay woke, basically. Yeah, mine was crazy. A lot of people that are not around now. Guys, don't hang out relationships, don't hang out friends. Like, some people are just supposed to be there for that season and then they're out. Don't be chasing after people, because you meet a lot of different people. You don't know where people come from. You don't know what they think is right. You know if people are there for the right intentions. Some people just want to be friends with you for child, period. And that's the hardest thing I had to do with, was like friends that are like so fake.
Oh my gosh, Mekhinah.
Dude, it's like literally not even like that. Like they come correct, man, and then you start seeing these. No, let's take a video. Repost me. Do this. No, your friends are like shit like that. It's like,
you know, Reggie.
What the fuck? But yeah, make sure you surround yourself with the right people, and the moment you realize that these people are not for you, there's a lot more people out there that you're gonna meet, that you're gonna be good with. What else? Relationships. I don't know. I don't know when it comes to relationships. I think it depends on the person, because my experience was crazy. It was crazy. I just have like the whole academic thing, guys. Like, just remember why you're here. Period. Because I feel like that's the one thing that kept me sane, is that I'm here to get this degree and not waste my parents' money. Yeah. Literally. So it was fun. It was really fun. And if you find ways to make back. There's nothing nice than feeling like, yo, how old was I? I was 19, like 19 and bowling, bro. Like, I could afford, like, what I want right now, I can put it on the table, and like, that's because I'm working hard on the side. I'm not just doing school. So enjoy that, because like Shaq said, you're only gonna be 20, like, now. Yeah, literally. So don't limit yourself.
Mine was very hectic. I won't lie to you. Like, as you said, up and down. But like more downs than ups for me, because I was very, how can I say this? I was very irresponsible, firstly. Like, I couldn't manage my time properly. I didn't manage my finances properly. But yeah, I learned a lot, and yeah, man, that's all I can say about mine.
We made it out, man.
Yeah, we made it out alive. We're back. I didn't even want to come back. I'm not gonna lie. I do want to come back, because I felt like it's a lot. Uni is a lot. You put up with a lot of.
But I feel like, you know, that the holiday, like that December holiday, when you're at home and you like get time to be with yourself, it actually puts a lot of things like into perspective, and you start realizing that, like, nah, this thing that I was doing last year, I was doing gag. You know, you start realizing that, like, what was I doing?
You come back better.
Yeah, you come back as a better person, but that's only if you actually are a self-aware person and you actually take time to reflect on your life.
And also, you can tell yourself that I reflected, I'm gonna come back a better person, but then you still fall back into the same pattern.
Yeah, but
then you notice this time that, like, okay, I'm doing this again, and I told myself I would do.
That's the thing. When you go into the next year, don't go in saying that I'm not gonna do this.
Yeah.
You should go in like, I did this last year. This is how it was affecting me.
How am I gonna avoid it?
Don't go in saying that, nah, it's child, because it's not gonna be child. It's not gonna be child. Because think about it. You left this place for 2 months, 3 months. You come back. You're exposed to the same things that you were exposed to that you weren't exposed to when you were at home.
If not more.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, it's not easy to break a habit, because at home, it was easier at home because it's not there. It's not there. Now you're back in this place where it's like, it's right there.
All this freedom.
There's freedom, you can do what you want, you know? So it's easier to get pulled back into that kind of thing. So just...
I feel like another important thing, guys, call your parents.
Call
your parents, visit home. You don't have to visit home every weekend, because it might be expensive. Even with that recess time, don't be a dick about it. Just do the dishes. You know, at Red, you only do one dish and one cup and whatever. Do the dishes, because they miss you so much. Like, literally, as much as you're having all that freedom and it's so fun where you are, you get to live with your friends, basically. like they can feel that gap that like shit, my child's not home.
Yeah.
So call them, update them, you know. At the end of the day, they're paying, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And some people do come from toxic households, and just remember that, like, you study to get out of home. You don't wanna study and have to go back home. You don't wanna have to live at home. It's like, I feel like you guys could relate to, like, during recess when like it's too long, like, yo, I wanna go back to my place. Literally, it's like, I wanna go back to my place. So it's like, keep that balance with your family as well, but remember that this is the time where you make the move so that you don't have to go back home. You wanna be done, get your degree, and move into your apartment or move into your new house.
That's the thing, like, regardless of you wanting it, that's what your parents want for you also.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that you need to understand. It's not just like, yes, you are doing it for yourself, but at the same time, your parents are investing so much. Yeah, they are investing so much money, time, effort, patience into you, bro.
With you, whether you end up taking 5 years instead of 3 years, they were patient. They never like put you down. They never did anything, and that's where the side hustles also come in. Like, make sure you have your own money, because you might not get a job after that, but you do have a skill that, like, okay, I could trade and I could still pay rent. I could do that. So stay focused.
Skills development is very important.
Take that time, because you meet so many new people that know different things. Also, be open to learning. Because just because someone looks whack, they might be speaking like, yo, dude, it's just that they might be spitting. You might learn something new, literally. So yeah, be open to a lot of things. I think we've covered everything. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to your girls channel, and follow us on all social media platforms. I will see you guys in the next video.